You run an inconvenience store. What do you sell? Charging cables that are just a bit too short. Chairs and tables that are always wobbly. Chocolate bars. But 90% of the chocolate sticks to the wrapper pictures. That will never be completely straight. Shoes that are just a little bit too small. Batteries that die super fast. Charging cables that fall out. Charging cables. Charging. See. The store sells absolutely everything. But each item is individually wrapped in the worst plastic packaging imaginable. The kind that cuts your thumbs, even after you manage to open it. Try our grapes. Each is wrapped separately. Including the scissors specifically meant to open said packaging. That themselves come in such packaging. Only sets of things. But they are always strange amounts. 5-pack of batteries. Single shoelaces. etc. No. Better idea with the laces. They are sold 2 at a time. But they are not a fitting pair. And the paired packages never fit with another pair. So you have to buy a second package to get a proper pair. But now you got 2 single laces in excess. Sold in assortment packs of 3 different ones. Kids and adult sizes. Receipt slips, which have to be redeemed at the store on the other side of town to get your purchase. Excuse me sir, those items are for display only. Just pay here and I'll write you up what you need to exchange at our other location at your earliest inconvenience. Did I mention we only accept cashier's checks? Please use other door. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Everything a regular convenience store sells except for $50 more. So. Whole Foods. Whole, paycheck, foods. One store, you can buy absolutely anything you want. Or could ever dream of. But only one of it. No multiples. Just one. Grape. Nut. Cornflake. Slice of bread. If you want another, you have to leave the store and come back. But only 17 hours later. Exactly 17 hours later. Or you have to wait another 17 hours. Mobile ads that play in your periphery every 2 minutes. It's out of stock, but we can order it for you. No, that's what Amazon is for. Only milk-based drinks and they're all always on their last day before expiry. Powdery, uncoated painkillers. Half-hour placebo. Stale chips. Only white chocolate bars and black jelly beans by the kilogram. Face masks made from fishing net. The hot boxes are full of ice cream and the ATM accepts cards from every bank except yours. However, we aren't accepting cash right now anyway because of COVID. But our EFT POS machines are offline. So we have to take a carbon copy of your card and it will be charged to you at a later date. Carbon copy. Go right ahead. Good luck charging my unembossed card. Any drink in the store is frozen solid and all ice cream sandwiches have freezer burn. I looked up freezer burn because I had no idea what that was. The pictures I saw looked like everything in my freezer. I thought that was normal. If you want to avoid freezer burn on ice cream, put the pint in a Ziploc bag. It also makes it easier to scoop out. Headphones that are at the point where one still works, but the other only works when you hold it a certain way. I've had that problem with my past 3 pairs. What causes it? Question mark. Don't pull them out by the cord. But I still don't do that and mine managed to start doing that. Items that look like what you're looking for, but are just cake. If you're buying cake it's actually raw ground meat, and you only find out when you get home. Initiating the sold as is no returns policy. Everything but smaller/bigger than the standard size. A cruncher won't fit in the socket. Mug would be too small for anyone's liking. Toaster doesn't fit any bread inside. Shoe size a random 6 is smaller than 5 and 7 is bigger than 5 and 6, but 2 is biggest of all. I sell coffee and fountain drinks in disposable paper and plastic cups, with lids that just don't fit quite right. You try and apply even pressure with your hand to get that satisfying click of affirmation that yes, this lid is secure. But it never comes. Then, you work your fingers along the edges of the lid in frustration trying to get it to seat properly, but it just feels off. After a minute or two of frustration, you think you finally have the lid secured. You pay for your drink, walk to your car, tip the cup back to take a drink, and it leaks all over your shirt, runs down the side of your cup, and it leaves a sticky ring on the inside of your cuff holder which will piss you off for weeks. Now, every time you reach in to grab your loose change, your sticky, disgusting fingers remind you of that lid. You have thought about this way too hard. Well done. This has happened to me way too many times. Convenience. At a price that is too inconvenient to pay for. That's every single store these days. Everything a regular convenience store sells, except you have to buttonbill it by yourself, with no instruction book included, or price tag. You'll find out at the counter. And have you seen the huge lines in that place? Dissolvable condoms. 9x11 paper. Wait a minute. Soda cans. But when you pull the tap to open the can it always break. Single ply toilet paper. They already do this at my nearest convenience store. You're gonna have to unsweeten the deal. With splinters. I'll answer your question soon. There's a place by me that just opened. It's a totally empty store with big skid-sized crates on the floor, filled with random shit. It's the worst business plan I've ever seen. They showed it on the news, and it was just a bunch of weirdos wandering around and staring down into crates, which were filled with boxes of generic Pop-Tarts and jumper cables and wireless doorbells and cans of spray paint, all jumbled together. What's the store like? The store has that weird stale musty smell. The card readers work, but take forever to process. Free Wi-Fi but it runs at 36 kbps. And coupons are online only. Bills you get back is always either crinkled, worn, or torn. Change is crusty and filthy. Anything you touch leaves that grimy feel to it. There's a public bathroom, but weak water pressure. Music is all the bootleg stuff. So enjoy Kids Bop buttocks. What we sell, clothes with that one stain you don't notice till later. Anything with a sticker leaves a residue mark. Boxes look near identical to the actual brands they mimic. Gift cards for odd unusable amounts. Foods are all dust covered and stale despite the expiration. That sounds like literally every convenience store that runs from California to New Mexico. You can buy whatever you want. Anything. At all. But it's all miniature. And the receipts are all giant. Not just long. Like huge. Like buying one thing. You get a 6 foot wide, 12 foot long receipt. So CVS. Mini CVS. Small pains. Temporary dyslexia and or amnesia. And broken objects put together in such a way that they break only after you leave the store. Golden tools and armor. Everything in those hard plastic packages that you can only open with scissors, and when you do it cuts through the thing inside as well. I only sell scissors that are wrapped in that hard plastic. The ultimate deceiver lane. Inconvenience. And lots of it. Gas pumps that siphons your gas out of the tank and charges you by the gallon. Asian parents. Shoes that are always sticky on the bottom, but are perfect in every other way. Scissors held shut with zip ties. Metal screws where the pitch of the threads is wrong, so it ruins the screw hole. First harm kits, like first aid kit, but instead of fixing injuries, everything causes injuries. So, knives, broken butt and a gun, all packed in sterile plastic. Reverse lube, to make every thrust feel like sandpaper and razor blades. Ben Shapiro has entered the chat. Parking tickets. The same stuff. Entry buds for the DMV. r/inconvenience store. Socks with a few pebbles stitched in the bottoms. Illegal pads. Child-proof baby toys. Clothes all marked as the wrong size and pre-punctured condoms. Everything a normal store sells. Except nothing is packaged. Even the fruit has had the skin taken off. Puzzles with one piece missing. Where's Waldo books without him in the picture? Weighted dice and old packs of Pokemon cards that have holes in them. 6-foot receipt for every item purchased. If you buy 3 items, then you'll be given 18-foot receipt. Truth. The kind of toilet paper that tears one square at a time. Individual socks, all labeled left. A store membership program which awards you points for being an infrequent customer, points for coming once every 3 months, negative points if your visit is sooner than 3 months. Wi-Fi routers that drops the signal every 45 to 90 seconds. And 56k modems. It said inconvenience, not ancient technology. The packs of scissors that require scissors to open. Furniture that is 1 inch larger than your standard or all food expires 3 days. After you buy it, all coupons need to be approved by a manager before they can be scanned. No exceptions. Only 1-ply toilet paper ink cartridges that are half the capacity of what you originally owned. Every price tag is labeled on the Shut East sticker. That will never fully be removed, no matter what trick you try. Give up. Your hairdryer is now a figment of your imagination. The goo gone laughs at your delusions called hope as you sit there every night trying to scrub that patch with the Brillo pad. It taunts your every fight with an infinite flow of sticky residue after every battle. God is dead. Satan has been murdered. You cannot escape it even in your dreams. The unimaginable suffering of your heart screams as your ancestors ask why. Why did you shop at that dreadful place? Pants with zippers that always get stuck at half tug. USB that almost fits. A partially made video game, and to get the full game you have to buy it in increments. So anything from a AAA publisher. Every single drink is slightly warmer / cooler than you prefer and has the kind of annoying plastic tabs that are super hard to get off or punch through. All the hot and ready food is the stuff that smells great but tastes like nothing. All the chips and snacks are obscure flavors. The line to check out is one of those ambitiously long roped off lines. Even though there's never more than a few people and employees insist you go through the line. There's a second register and always someone available to man it, but it's still never used. The bathrooms only have those sinks that basically just drip water onto your hand and shut off by themselves every 2 seconds, and also get really hot after a few seconds of use. The hand soap is also one of those that becomes one with your flesh and never ever washes completely off. The paper towel dispenser is never filled. 2020. Capri Suns without the straw. You're a monster. The truth. Inconveniences. Inconvenient items. Literally anything a normal convenience store would sell, but every item would be 1 day until its expiration date. Everything imaginable, but we are always sold out of whatever you are looking for. You are a monster. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you want more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. You are helping me a lot. Thanks again.